Let the king of my heart be the mountain where I run, the fountain I drink from. Oh, he is my song. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new, please like and subscribe. I will not put the outro in because I may not even put the intro because this is a very serious topic that I've been inspired to talk about. I've been watching this channel. I'll put the channel in the description, and this person has inspired me to make this video, and it's basically my testimony, and basically we're talking about God and how I became a believer. If you are not a believer, it is totally fine with me if you're not, because I really won't try and convince you that you should, because everyone has their own beliefs, and this is just me trying to express more emotion than I have. So let's just get started. Oh, and by the way, I'm sorry I'm shaking. I've been very nervous to make this because I don't know, it's just very odd talking about this. I should have prepared for this, but I didn't. After just watching this guy's new video, I was like, I have to make this. But anyways, well, I think it was this year. I was baptized on March 30th, 2019, so like a couple months ago. And at my school before I even became a true believer, at my school I hate talking about this, but in our school we have pre-athletics and PE students. I chose to be in PE because I still wanted to do all the games like dodgeball and stuff, unlike the athletics people who trained for sports, and I didn't want to do that because I just then quit horseback riding because it was just not my thing anymore, and I wanted to just ride, not do competition, and they didn't offer that. But anyways, the other kids probably looked down at the PE students a lot, and I remember once at school, I just heard people talking about it and how the PE students had no game or anything like that, and it just hurt.
And then a couple weeks later,
one of my friends, if you're watching this video, you know who you are. We started going to this thing called Canvas. It's at my church, and they just started talking about God, and it was like, okay, yeah, that's cool. And by the way, I've always been I was raised in a church, so yeah. And but when it got to the worship, it's like the Holy Spirit was talking out to me, or speaking and stuff. That's a very spiritual metaphor, by the way. And so I talked to the guy who's in charge of that, and he said I could go up there and sing one of these days. And so he scheduled me for the next week, and we were doing this one song called King of My Heart, and I'll put it up on the screen, but the lyrics were just amazing, and that's when I started going to Canvas more, and I wanted to learn more about God. So yeah, that's how I started believing. And then, one second, I started about that. This part is very emotional to me. We were learning that you have to believe in God instead. Well, here's what I thought: you have to believe in God to go to heaven. And I knew one day I would fully believe in Him, but one of my friends who lives
far away,
she is she's never been to church. I'm her only friend because she doesn't go to school, she doesn't go to church, and she stays at home all the time. She doesn't, and I'm her only friend, so she wouldn't get a chance really to interact with God, and I thought she wouldn't go to heaven. Well, that's my beliefs, and so I got very worried, and I was just like, but so the guy who signed me up to sing and stuff, I told him about her, and he said it was my job to tell her about God, and that as a Christian, I should be telling a lot of people about God, so there's as many people going to heaven and stuff. And so that's when I became a true believer, and I wanted to learn more about Him. So, I just wanted to make this video just because I was inspired, and I'm about to play the song that inspired me.
but I hope y'all enjoyed the, never mind.
This is a very serious matter. I gotta keep talking about it. If I can, I'll try and find a Bible verse on here, because I think all Bible verses have a meaning. And if you are not a believer, I please ask you to try and maybe listen to, or try and read one verse of the Bible. I'll put some in the description for y'all. But I think as an SSO player, I can tell people on all my friends, a lot of times when they say something's bad going and we have to end a conversation, I'll always say, I'll be praying for you if you are one of my friends. And
Well, you probably know about that.
And as a Christian, once you become a believer, it will change you. Because before I went to my church group and stuff, I'd never said those things. And I always felt like I just didn't fit in with the crowd. So if you are like what I was a while back, then I ask you to just try not to have any thoughts that could cause you more difficulties, and here's the thing: you only need one good friend for you, with you at school or anywhere, to help you through the hard times. And that friend can be God. It can be your next door neighbor. It can be just a friend from years ago. And if you don't have a friend like that, then you probably should. And maybe it's a complete, maybe it's not even human, like a horse or a dog or a cat. Just try and find one person that you can trust, and just try and just tell them how you feel, so you don't keep all your emotions trapped inside you, because I know what that's like. I haven't even told my parents about this, but I just feel like if you find one good person to trust, you can even talk, like, every night before I go to bed, I have a list of prayers, and I always pray about them, and then I add more things, like maybe a test, maybe I'm going on a trip, and the more you do that, the more you'll grow a bond with God. But yeah, thank you for watching. Please share how you, well, if you want, you can share your testimony in the comment section, and please read the description. Thank you.
Let the King of my heart be the mountain where I run, the fountain I drink from. Oh, he is my song. Let the King of my heart be the shadow where I hide, the ransom for my life. Oh, he is my song. You are good, good. Oh, 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 let the King of my heart be the wind inside my sails, the anchor in the waves. Oh, he is my song. Let the King of my heart be the fire inside my veins,